All right, how's it going, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Forward Thinking Founders, where we talk to founders about their companies, their visions for the future, and how the two collide. Today, I'm very excited to be talking to John Kirtley, who's the founder of PostureFix. Welcome to the show. How's it going?
Pretty good. Thanks for having me, Matt. Excited to be here.
Yeah, excited to have you on. Looking forward to learning more about what you are working on. For people that haven't heard of your company, what are you working on? What is PostureFix?
Yeah, definitely. So PostureFix, it's an online tool right now. And the reason I say tool is it is a web app, but I don't like to use that term at the moment because a lot of people like to think app, right? And think app store and things like that. So we're not quite there yet, but so it's an online tool or platform where, the overarching goal is you log in and it's an exercise app, but every exercise is tailored to improving your posture. Whereas other apps, right, they may have um, exercises that aren't exactly tailored to specifically that. They kind of maybe is like a side or an afterthought or things like that. Whereas Posture Fix, that's what we're solely focused on. So you won't find any bicep curls or bench pressing or anything like that in the platform.
So let's say someone hears about your product, they sign up, they make an account. What is an example of some exercises that you have on it? Or in other words, like what would be a an experience that someone would have once they downloaded the app or checked out the web app, checked out the website, help us understand kind of how it works.
Yeah, definitely. So a user signs up, they're met with, a brief questionnaire, right? Just where are you having pain? Um, what kind of posture do you have? And I provide a few images as like a reference just to see, um, and then after that, you're kind of thrown in right into the main workout program. So there's three levels to the program and then a maintenance phase after that. So what a user would see right when they log in is we focus on warm-ups, and within warm-ups, there's just a couple stretches, namely for your neck and your chest. And then after that, we pretty much focus on back and core workouts. So you'll see things like, planks, glute bridges, face pulls, things like that. Um, and that's kind of the theme throughout as you advance through the multiple levels of the platform. Except the exercises will change, the rep and set ranges will change, and things like that. And then once you get to the maintenance phase, you're actually able to just generate random workouts as often as you'd like. So if you want to tweak things or the routine's not working for you, you can go ahead and generate a new one and find one that you like.
Cool. And I'm curious, like kind of where'd you get the idea from, or what's the origin story for PostureFix?
Yeah, so it's kind of funny because a lot of people talk about like product market fit and things like that. And part of the origin behind this is I was an ideal consumer and an ideal target market for this, as well as a lot of other people that I would talk to. So a couple of years ago, I was working for a smaller startup. I'm still a full-time software engineer. Um, and it was very stressful, right? I noticed, you're hunched over a lot, you're sitting down all the time. I noticed I started to get like jaw pain and tightness, which I thought was weird, but kind of blew it off. And then next thing you know, you're getting like neck and back pain. So that's been going on for a few years, and it started to escalate with headaches and migraines, vision problems, all these things. And then like the typical person probably does now, right? You Google your symptoms, and next thing you know, you've got this huge list of things that could potentially be wrong with you. So went to doctors, went to chiropractors, the whole nine yards, trigger point therapy, dry needling, and a lot of it provided some symptomatic relief temporarily. But through my own like research, reading research papers and kind of combining a bunch of stuff I read, seemed like really strengthening was the way to go. Um, so I started taking that route after maybe a year and a half. And that's when I started to notice the real positive improvements. My neck pain started to go away, back pain, no more headaches and things like that. And that was, a big aha moment for me. So I started recommending, some exercises I was doing to other people, and they also found great success with it. Because there's just so much information out there, right? It's hard to parse it all. Um, so once I realized that a lot of people didn't realize this, and it was also working for a lot of people, I thought, let me build a platform that kind of just brings all the best information that I've found and that's worked for me and a bunch of others, and make it into one easy to find place.
I love that you're scratching your own itch, which a lot of great companies get started in the same way. kind of going in the opposite direction, that's kind of where it came from. But I am curious, like, where do you see it going? If you were to kind of look out into the future, 5, 10, 15 years from now, like, what do you see as the big vision here? And how does PostureFix change the world in a decade or two?
Yeah, that's a great question and also a difficult one, right? Because it is such a interesting niche. I think my main goal now would just kind of be, when someone does that Google search, that YouTube search, right? How to fix my posture. I'm having neck pain, bad posture. All these big blogs and articles and creators, right? They typically have this toolbox of physical as well as digital tools that they recommend. So having PostureFix be that kind of go-to household name, right? Like if you're having these issues, try PostureFix out. So that's kind of where I'm striving for right now.
Absolutely. And then kind of to help you reach that and help you kind of keep moving forward, how can the forward thinking founders community help? Are you hiring? Are you raising money? Are you looking for more users to try the product that you've built? How can we help your forward thinking founders?
Yeah, definitely. So I think right now the biggest thing would just be users that actually give feedback, right? We're seeing a decent amount of users come to the platform and use it, but they say they may love it or it's helping them, but they're not necessarily providing, really good feedback, which is perfectly fine. We're not asking for it, but it always helps. Um, we offer free trial. You can log in, even if you don't sign up for anything, you can still see like the first set of exercises you would do. So yeah, just for people to just check it out and just give me their opinion of what they think would really be the most helpful.
Cool. And then for my last question, if someone wanted to find you on the internet, learn more about PostureFix, how can they find you online? Do you have a website, social media presence, email address, anything like that?
Yeah, so the PostureFix website, it's posturefix.io. And if you wanted to email me, there's a contact form on there. Otherwise, I'm pretty active on Twitter. My Twitter handle is John Wrights Code _ so if you ever wanted to, chat or DM or anything like that, that would probably be the best place to reach me.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on to the podcast. I really appreciate it.
Of course, thank you so much, Matt. This was great.